Hey, I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and thanks for joining me here on day 6 of our 31-day tribute to Keith Jarrett, where for a whole month we're exploring a different aspect or facet of his music each day to inspire us and help us in our own music. Yesterday we looked at Stella By Starlight from his 1986 recording, Standards Live, released the following year, 87, but it was from 86. And that had a very free sense of phrasing over the trio, which transformed the way I thought about music after I heard that. And then about 20 years later after that, in 2006, he was recording and playing a solo piano concert in Venice, if I can pronounce this right, at an opera house called the Teatro la Fenice. And he played Stella By Starlight again, and it's completely different and unbelievable. To me, it's one of the landmarks in all of solo piano recording. Yeah, I consider like 1949 Art Tatum, Ann Hager's Blues encapsulated all of the history of jazz up to that point and even beyond from 1949. And then Jarrett in the Stella By Starlight from 2006 did the same thing for whatever's come. So basically, you know, when we're playing solo piano, we have the melodies, we have chords, which they can be played in either hands, we have some sort of bass line, and sometimes moving up, like even stride, alternating between the bass, or, you know, sort of various textures, right? But by 2006, Jarrett was on a mission to, as he put it, liberate his left hand, or emancipate, however he put it, free up his left hand to play not just these chords like everybody's doing, or even his famous ostinatos, but to make it an equal partner with his right hand. And you even hear it on ballad-heavy albums like Jasmine with Charlie Hayden. If you listen to the left hand, it's many times equal to the right. Even if it's playing an accompaniment, he's thinking about the voice leading in a way that's equal to the right hand. But here, he's coming out of the beginnings of his period of playing, maybe his late period, you could say, solo piano concerts, where he's not playing these long sort of arcs of developing vamps, like in the Cologne concert or Paris or even Vienna, but he's playing shorter sections. They're all self-contained, you know, like 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes long each. And they're all very different, and a lot of it's sort of like 20th century classical music, like Charles Ives, or, you know, where he's playing, you know, avant-garde, you know, or these very intricate left-hand things that are just extraordinary on their own, but he's doing them with both hands, right? And he's going on and on, and it sounds so written out, actually. It sounds like Pierre Boulez or Charles Ives or somebody, but they're improvised. So he's been doing that. His hands are used to playing like that. And now he plays Stella, and he brings all that into Stella. And, you know, if you haven't heard it yet, it's astonishing. And if you have, listen to it about 10 more times. I just listened to it a few times through headphones. I'm hearing things I never heard before. So first of all, he's not just playing a bass note and then bouncing up to the voicing or something. He's doing, it's incredible, the voice leading he's doing in the mid-register here, and most of it's with the left hand. Occasionally he'll bring the right hand down for a couple choice chord voicings, but a lot of it's like when Bobby McFerrin sings, you know, when he's like, you know, boo-doo, boo, 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 and he's singing the bass and hitting these tenor notes and chord tones alternating at the same time, or Jacob Collier does the same thing. Jarrett's doing it on the piano in an extraordinarily seamless way, which you know, for me is pretty unique to hear him do that. And so he's playing notes in the bass and bass lines, and he's playing these voicings up here that have voice leading, and they have movement, and it's very active. You know, that's not even a good pale imitation of it. I have to really study this, but this is the beginnings of me learning it too. So I hope we both get inspired by this. So he's doing all this stuff in the left hand, and then he's soloing in the right hand, like I said, playing a couple of chords. And then he goes into a walking bass line, and which is pretty rare. You know, he does it sometimes, but it's fairly rare on a standard for him to really play a full-out walking bass line. astonishing thing about the bass line is that it incorporates a lot of what we were just doing with this sort of tenor lines and chords. He's playing a very dynamic, I have to really study it. He's somehow playing a bass line and getting some of these other notes in at the same time, and it's an incredibly full texture. I won't even try to attempt anymore because I'm not doing it any bit of justice. So I invite you to do the same thing, to try it yourself, listen to what he's doing, and just get inspired. In other words, he liberated his left hand. He's made it a co-partner, equal partner with the right hand, melodically, harmonically, and texturally on the piano. Incorporated a vast amount of 20th century classical techniques into all his other folk influences and jazz influences, etc. And then at the same time, he's brought it all to Stella By Starlight, and it's a tour de force. So enjoy it. 2006, Stella By Starlight solo piano concert at the Teatro la Fenice in Venice. And thanks for being here and sharing this journey with me. I'm getting inspired. Hope you are too. And good luck with your own playing. See you in day 7.